Hello students, now we will deal with a lot of cells which will be combined together so that maximum current can be sent through the circuit. So if a large number of cells are available for sending current through a load, you will choose the combination which will be that which sends maximum current. Now this type of combination depends upon the value of the load resistance. So depending on the load that you are having, you will be connecting the cells either in series or in parallel. So we have two types of combination here. The basic types of combination are series combination and the second type is parallel combination. Series combination means you connect a cell, the negative of which will be connected to the positive of the next cell and so on. So like this, let us have a load with resistance R. So this is a number of cells, say the number of cells is n. So we are connecting n number of cells in series through a load R. Let epsilon be the EMF of each cell. That means all the cells have the same value of EMF and they all have the internal resistance equal to R. And they are connected to an external resistance capital R. Now, what will be the total combination? What will be the EMF of the total combination? So, total EMF of this combination will be equal to epsilon plus how many times? N times. You are going to add up the value of EMF of each cell n times. N is the number of cells. So it will be equal to n into epsilon. Now what will be the total internal resistance? This also has to be taken into consideration. If the question tells you to ignore the internal resistance, then you can ignore the value. Otherwise, you have to consider the internal resistance as well. Now, since these are in series, you will be adding up all the values. That means R plus R n times. It will be n into R. Now, what will be the total resistance? We already had NR because of the internal resistance. Plus we are connecting an external resistance in series to this, so this will be equal to R. So this is the total resistance. Now what will be the total current? You know the formula. I is equal to the EMF of the combination divided by the total resistance. EMF, the value was N epsilon by the total resistance is N R plus R. This will be the total current drawn from the cell. Now we will see two special cases here. The first one will be if the external resistance, that is the load you are connecting, is quite small or very small compared to the total internal resistance of the cell, then your value of current will be equal to, from the formula. Now this is very small, so this can be neglected to 0 as compared to this. So your total current will be equal to N epsilon by NR. Here N is the number of cells, so it will be epsilon divided by R. So if you look at the expression here, it does not depend on the number of cells. That means the current drawn from the cell will be the same no matter how many cells you connect. You may connect one, you will be drawing the same current. You may be connecting two, you will be drawing the same current. So this combination will be meaningless if the load is very small. Now let's take another case where the load will be greater than the internal resistance. That means now you can neglect the internal resistance value. Rewriting the formula. Now out of these two, this term can be equal to 0, neglected to 0. So it will be N epsilon by R. So here the current drawn will be dependent on the number of cells. More, if you connect more number of cells, the current drawn will be more. So this combination will be effective only if the load is much higher than the internal resistance of the cell. Let's proceed to see the combination of cells in parallel. Parallel means the positive terminals of the cells are all connected to a common point. Like this. You can see all the positive terminals, and likewise the negative terminals are all connected to one common point. And say all these are connected to a load R. Let epsilon be the EMF of each cell and having internal resistance R. And like this, let us have M combinations. That means we are connecting M cells in parallel. Now, first we will find out the net EMF of the cell. You can see all these are in parallel, and you know the potential difference across anything which is connected across parallel will be the same. So here net EMF will be equal to EMF of any one of the cells, that is equal to epsilon. Now we will find out equivalent internal resistance R dash. Now you know all these are connected in parallel. The formula for parallel combination of resistance is 1 by R dash, that is 1 by R equivalent is equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Since they are of the same value, I am writing 1 by R. This I'll be writing M times. So it will be 1 by R dash is equal to M by R, or R dash, that is the equivalent internal resistance, will be equal to R divided by M. So the total resistance will be equal to internal resistance plus the external resistance, that is R by M plus R, and the current drawn will be equal to the net EMF by the total resistance, which is nothing but epsilon divided by R plus R by M. This is the current drawn. Now let's see some special cases. That means when will this circuit be effective? The first special case will be when the load is much bigger than the internal resistance. In this case, your I will be equal to, now since the load is much bigger, this number will be a very small value equivalent to 0. So I will be equal to epsilon by R. So here the current drawn does not depend on the number of cells connected. So this combination will not be effective if the load is a big one. In the second special case, we will take a small load as compared to the internal resistance. Now the current drawn will be equal to, this value can be neglected to 0. So I will be equal to, which again will be M epsilon by R. Now this combination, the current drawn depends on the number of cells connected in parallel. So this combination is effective only for a small value of load. Another type of combination of cell is mixed grouping, where we are connecting the cells in series as well as parallel. Let us say we have a group of cells connected in series having EMF epsilon and internal resistance R. Now the EMF across this line will be equal to N epsilon, since we have got N cells here in series. Now these N epsilon, this again is connected to in parallel to another group. Now this group also has got N epsilon. Like this, we have got m connections in parallel, and the value of EMF in each row is equal to n epsilon, and this combination is given to a load R. Now first talking about the total EMF. Since the total EMF across each row is n epsilon and all these n epsilons are connected in parallel, the net EMF for this combination will be equal to n epsilon only, because they are connected in parallel. Now the total internal resistance will be 1 by R dash will be equal to 1 by NR, because the resistance for each row will be equal to NR. This will be equal to, this will be the summation up to n terms. So the effective resistance will be equal to M divided by NR, or R dash, the effective resistance will be equal to NR divided by M. Likewise, the total resistance will be the sum of internal and the external resistances. Our internal resistance is NR by M, in addition to which we have an external resistance R. Now the current drawn will be equal to the net EMF by the total resistance. Our net EMF was n epsilon divided by the total resistance is NR by M plus R. You can simplify this further by taking LCM, and the final term that you will be getting will be NM epsilon by MR plus NR. Now this is the multiplication of the number of cells in rows and columns. We have got n cells in each row and m columns as such. So we can write this as a new term n. So this n will be the total number of cells, that is m into n. Now the purpose of connecting any cells in any type of grouping, either you connect in series or parallel or mixed, the main purpose is to draw maximum current. If you look at the expression for current drawn in a mixed grouping of cells, it is equal to n epsilon by MR plus NR. Now this term has to be maximum. For this term to be maximum, this term has to be minimum. So for drawing maximum current, your MR plus NR has to be minimum for drawing maximum current. We can write this MR plus NR as under root MR square plus under root NR square. I am trying to bring this in terms of a perfect square. Now MR square plus under root NR square plus 2 under root MR under root NR. This is an extra term I have added here, so I will just subtract it to nullify the effect. 2 MR under root NR. So you can see here we are getting a term A square plus B square minus 2AB, which is A minus B whole square, and we are writing this as it is. Now to make this term a minimum one, this has to be 0. Unless it is 0, you will not get this term as minimum one. So to get this minimum value, root mr minus root nr has to be equal to 0, which implies that mr should be equal to under root nr, or mr should be equal to nr. So what will be the value of load that is to be connected to draw maximum current? R has to be equal to nr divided by m. So this is the value of R to obtain maximum current in this type of combination.